For 24 years, our guest today has had a record-breaking run as the anchor of the top-rated syndicated news magazine show, Inside Edition. She also earned a well-deserved spot in the Broadcasting and Cable Hall of Fame for her coverage of current events and fearless investigative reporting. Take a look.
And finally today, we want to welcome the newest member of the Inside Edition team, Deborah Norville.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining us.
I'm Deborah Norville.
The bells are tolling, the crowd is screaming and roaring, and the bride is beaming.
I'll be busy for a few weeks, but I'll see you soon.
Hello, I'm Deborah Norville, reporting from downtown Oklahoma City. It is without question the darkest day in America's history, September 11th, 2001. Hi, everybody. I'm Deborah.
Deborah Norville.
Thank you for joining us.
She's barefoot. It's the best.
And I didn't want to hug you with hurt feet, so I kicked my shoes off and to try on some more shoes. But I want that dress.
You can have it.
That's really
Everything I wear is mail order, baby.
Yeah, me too.
Now, you probably heard us talking before, and you know, if your dress is any clue, I would say your thoughts are light. But are they light or dark?
Oh, maybe I'm like doing the opposite of Sharon. Maybe I'm wearing the bright color to lift my moods.
Okay.
Yeah. So I asked backstage how many guests we have here in the audience, and I was told there's 275 people. Statistically, 27 of you are depressed because the stats are that 1 in 10 Americans at any given time are depressed, which
There's
means
a few at the table, so they're
listen, we all have to lift each other up. We lift each other up, and that's why shows like this are so important, because when you see everybody having a good time, talking about real stuff, but also talking about real solutions.
But is your mind go to the
myself.
positive?
I have to force myself. It's a process. I have to think, and that's why I write books about gratitude, because the practice of gratitude brings your spirits up. So I try to use positive psychology in my own life, and when I find something that works for me, I'm like, y'all, guess what? And I like to share it with the people.
Deborah, early this month you had surgery to remove cancer from your thyroid gland. So obviously it was a huge success. You look amazing.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Great. You know what I was thinking, I'll let my husband take that picture right there, but it was scary. I'd had thyroid nodules for over 20 years that a viewer had reached out and said she'd seen a lump, and so I'd been checking it, and when it finally turned cancerous, I wasn't as worried because I knew we were on this. But, you know, I'm on that medication. We're trying to get it all figured out, so it's a little bit of a roller coaster, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And the thing is, I've heard from so many people, and they have shared their stories, and a woman emailed me, and she was scared to death. She finally went about the lump, and then she had her biopsy. She was terrified of the results of the biopsy. I said, well, write down your questions for the doctor, demand answers. If you don't like what you're hearing, be proactive. Well, the good news is it wasn't cancer. So I felt like I helped that one lady.
So we love watching you on Inside Edition. Thank you. It's mutual love. And as we've mentioned, you've earned a spot in the Broadcasting and Cable Hall of Fame. How did you reflect on receiving that incredible honor?
Well, you know, it's funny, you played that tape before I came out, and I was looking at all those crazy things I've gotten to do at Inside Edition. I've had a ball in my career. But that night, it was really important to me to say thank you to the people who made it possible. So I invited the general manager who gave me my very first job, the guy at ABC Radio who, when my career had blown up at NBC, put me on the radio and gave me my self-confidence back. I wanted my first producer at NBC News to be there, and they were there. So that made that day very special. For me, it's all about who got to the party.
We don't just us watching you on. We love that you use us on the show, too.
We do.
And it's so cool to see ourselves on Inside Edition. It's just amazing. No, because y'all got the good stories, and you find out, like, stuff about people.
Yeah.
But then you find out how much gunk is in their coffee makers and in their showers and stuff.
That one I insisted on. I looked at the coffee machine. I said, oh, my God, this is disgusting. And I insisted that they go and check it out. And then yesterday we checked out the showers.
Right. Yes.
Got to clean your shower head.
Oh,
Yes.
And do you know what we have today?
What do you got today?
Oh, today we have a really good one. I've been in this business since dinosaurs were on the earth, and we've never seen a story like this. This is a story of someone who 25 years ago, the guy was a sperm donor, gave twice a week, made $40 a pop. 25 years later, he wants to see if he has any kids, so he uses 23andMe to track down the kids.
Oh, how many?
Lots. Lots of kids. And this right here is the mom of one of the kids who was created through his sperm donation. They are now a couple.
What?
Yes.
So she fell in love with him.
Well, they fell in love with each other. I don't know how what the order was, but he reached out to the little girl, and of course the mother, because the girl is 11 years old, and meets the mom. Sparks flew, so 11 years after the child was created, the parents have now met each other.
I want to know how many more there are.
Well, they got together. They've gotten together. It's at least, I think, 11 that he knows of for sure. But you think about it, twice a week for a whole entire year, there could be, this audience could all be his children.
It's going to be like Sister Wives over there, Sheila. Well, we'll have more with Deborah Norville when we come right back.